privilege of introducing you to our guest speaker, Adam Davis, who is one of these guys that you've already heard from via video, and you've heard us sort of brag about his church, Elevate Church in Monroe, Michigan, that Adam started. There's some 800 people attending now, which I think is extraordinary for the city of Monroe. Interestingly enough, Adam, before he came and started the church in Monroe, he was a missionary to Russia, and then he also wrestled alligators in the Everglades. Okay, the last one's not true. Hey, so give it up to Adam Davis from Elevate Church in Monroe. Warm Cedar Creek welcome.
Remember, Abram said, what good are all these blessings? Abram was incredibly blessed. He was incredibly wealthy. He had a private army of 318. I don't even have a bodyguard. Are you with me? If you think you're wealthy, do you have a private army of 318? I don't think so, right? Private army. He had all these servants. He was so confident in God's blessing in his life that he told his nephew Lot, when both of their estates got so big because of the blessing of God, he told Lot, he said, you choose the best land and I'll go to the desert land. I'll go to the worst. You pick. Because wherever I go, he's going to send me and he's going to bless me. Vision, God's vision is for expansion. It's for a multiplication. Let's do a little church math here. Churches often subtract. In fact, 80% of churches, what you guys experience here is so abnormal. 80% of churches in America are plateaued or in decline. Subtraction is either all they know or all they're trying to stave off. Some churches add addition, right? That's good. Church addition. Every church wants to grow. Too many churches know division. They divide over silly stuff like color of carpet and all kinds of things. Division is bad. And God's plan for churches is multiplication. God's plan, his vision for the world, is to multiply righteousness and peace and sons and daughters and expand his kingdom exponentially. That's the kind of math that God has in mind for us and for our life and for our churches. Well, on behalf of Sierra and Jaden and Elevate Church Monroe, thank you, Cedar Creek Church. Thank you for getting beyond your walls, because when you did, Elevate Church was planted, and it's changing lives as evidenced right here. Jaden might not even be here today if it wasn't for you taking the initiative to be a part of what God is doing, to have sky's the limit kind of thinking. And I know that as you get into this next phase beyond yourselves, that there are more stories just like this that are waiting to be had, of changed lives, of people coming to know Christ, of people who are hurt being healed, and all of those great things of restoration that God has in store for us. So thank you all. I think you should give yourselves a round of applause for all that you've done in other people's lives.